Girl, Life with the Roberts. I want to tell you thank you for commenting. Tell you thank you for liking and subscribing. So guys, we will get into the reason why I'm here today. So I wanted for us to talk a little bit because there are some stuff on my mind. So I'm just gonna wait. Hopefully you guys can hear me. And I'm gonna see when we have when people starts to join, then I will discuss the reason why I'm here. So let me wait till people start joining the channel, and then we can get into the topic. Okay. So come on, let's talk. Let's talk about what's happening in Minnesota. Let's talk about what's happening in Minnesota. So let's see. Let's talk. We're gonna talk about what's happening. I'm gonna log in from a different device. I want to see if my volume is up. So I'm gonna see if my volume is up. I'm gonna see if my volume is okay. So guys, like I said, happy new year. And like I said, when stuff is on my mind, I have to talk about it. So I'm just here to share my little advice and input about how this whole thing here in Minnesota is affecting everybody now, be a citizen or non-citizen. So guys, this whole thing started not even a week ago. And at first, people was just thinking that it was just gonna, a little thing, and then it was gonna get stopped. But now it is affecting everyone now. Now in Minnesota, if you go to a store, you can count the number of people that are in the store. If you're driving, you're practically looking over your shoulders. You're looking left and right. You practically have to take your passport with you or your ID because you want to, identify yourself. And then yesterday, I got an email from my kids' school, and they were talking about how parents have till the 18 to decide if they want their kids to do online or in person. So this thing now is affecting everyone now. You are driving on the road in Minnesota, you barely see. It's almost like it's a weekday or it's a holiday. You barely see people outside. You barely see people outside. Kids go to school now. My kids are texting me, "Oh, mom, there's ICE agents outside," and it's getting more scary and scary for everyone. Like I said, so now it's like maybe we're gonna get shut down. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, so looking at this whole thing from my perspective is like it makes you rethink about things. It makes you to rethink about things. Me being from Liberia too, it makes you to rethink about things. And I hope that through my channel, I hope that other people that are currently in this situation or currently come from another country has been, you know, thinking about their home. Have you been thinking about your home? What's going on here? Do it teach you a lesson? Do you think your time's gonna come too? Those are the questions you should think about. Because for us living in 2026, nothing should amaze us anymore. Nothing. You should expect all kinds of things to happen. You should expect all kinds of things to happen. So if you're a foreigner and you come from a different country, you know you come from a different country. Why don't you expect to go back someday? The question is, were you thinking that you were going to go back, or were you just like, okay, I'm never going to go back? Were you making preparation? But let's listen to this. And after we're done listening to this, then I'll give my input. Let's listen.
So let's talk about it, right? When I started this channel, the ultimate goal was to showcase Liberia, promote Liberia, but mainly is to draw the attention of our Liberian diasporas, to remind us about Liberia, the place we call home. Now, ultimately, my goal on this channel was to showcase, one, so that other people in the world can see Liberia, but most importantly, Liberians who are living in the diaspora to reconsider back home. I've shared this story on this channel a few times. I used to live in Ghana, 10 plus years, came to the United States, but my heart has always been back home.
True. If you are African and you come from any country in the world, you should always think about your home. I'm not saying things is all perfect there, but you know you come from somewhere. So why aren't you thinking about your home, or why aren't you considering that? Let's keep listening.
When I got into the workforce in the United States, got into the environment, I quickly realized that this great United States is a wonderful land, great place of opportunity, and we all who are in the diaspora, we are so grateful for being here and having the opportunity. However, I quickly realized this is not a place I want to see myself grow up.
Exactly.
I feel a huge sense of pride and responsibility to my beloved country. I want to dive deeper into the different steps and methods I took or you can take if you're considering moving back home. I also want to talk one-on-one and dive deep into the system and how things are set up here living in the diaspora and why you should also consider moving back home. Now, for most of us who came here, we came here to seek opportunity, that being education, a job, and things like that. Now, having come here and set up, currently for the young folks who are going to school, get a good education, work in healthcare, IT, own their own businesses, and, making a good money, we oftentimes forget that life is not always going to be like that, right? You're going to hit your 50s and 60s and quickly realize this place is not set up for you. We all know what the rat race looks like, right?
Thank you, Coco.
They're going in, they're
Thank you,
in,
Cool.
you're coming home. You are making money. And the argument normally is, well, see first, look, I'd rather stay here. I get paid on time.
Hi, welcome to the
like
channel. Welcome to the channel. So I just want us to listen to this, and then after that, I'm gonna give my input about the whole thing, just about what's happening in this, like what's happening in the world right now, what's happening in Minnesota, where I'm currently at right now. Nice to meet you too. If you don't know what this channel is about, this channel is to encourage and promote diasporas, Africans all around the world about our home. We come from somewhere and we should always remember where we come from. So let's just continue to listen, and then after that, we'll get back into the topic.
When it comes to the diaspora and Liberia, you really just gotta pick your poison. Which poison is gonna kill you, right? Because let's take, for example, in the US, you get a good job, right? You go to school,
yes,
they teach you the whole system is and hop on the hamster wheel and keep spinning it until your bones are tired And then now the last few years of your life, that's when they give you to go and what? Relax, right? And enjoy your retirement, right?
Into that, like, is it really, you know, is it like, after listening to that, yes, you come here as an immigrant, you go to school, you work, but is there really such a thing to work till you're 67? Is that is that a dream? Is it? I have not understand that thing since I've been in America for almost, I don't know how many years, and I don't get it. And even the Americans that live here don't even get it. Because how you are supposed to be born, start work maybe 14, 15, 16, whatever age. And then when you start working at that age, you don't retire until 67. And after 67, they assume that, hi, somebody say, hi, mom, how are you? And after 67, they say you're supposed to go live your life. My question is, after 67, what life are you going to live? What life are you going to live after 67? What is there life after 67? But let's keep listening.
When you're close to 70 years old. Now think about it. Look around you. See how old 70 years old are. What more can you do, right? However, in my previous video, I mentioned something called a golden handcuff. Basically, that's what living in the diaspora is. The opportunities are here. They are wonderful. You get paid on time. You feel safe in some places.
Yeah.
The opportunities are great. If you work hard, you can achieve everything, right? You can get your beautiful family, a big house, a nice car, making $100,000, $150,000 easy. You don't have to know somebody in government. You don't have to, when you're sick, you can call an ambulance, and within less than 5 minutes, the ambulance show up. You get to the hospital, amazing doctors, all high tech, everything. I get it, all of that. But then that is what get us in that golden handcuff. Where then, even though all of those are there, most of our life is just being chipped away because we're trying to stick with these things I mentioned, with that comfort and safety net that I mentioned. On the other hand, you're on the wheel just going. You're really not living. A lot of us in the diaspora are just surviving. We're not really living.
Exactly.
Right? Because
exactly to the point. You're just surviving. Surviving by your little paycheck, by month to month, doing the same thing over and over. This month, pay the mortgage, pay the rent, pay the light bill, pay the gas bill. Next month, that is exactly what we're doing.
Think about it. You work, you got a good job, you still got just 2 weeks out of the year, right? To take a vacation, and you come back in, you clock in Monday through Friday, 8, 10, 11 hours. You do it. You get 2 days out of the week. You hop on it again. You do it. It is going and going. You get paid, taxes, tax the hell out of it. Your property taxes, your insurances, your car note. And a lot of us, again, are all living the American dream. Where we're all living, keeping up with the Jones. We have to drive that new car. We have to drive the newest model. We have to have the newest gadget. We have to. That's part of the American dream. Hence, that keeps us locked in a system where we're subject. We're just trading our time for the money in order to sustain those things I mentioned. Now, for some people, that is great life. They don't mind it. They don't care as long as they get those things I mentioned, as long as they're able to live and drive the nicest car, and live in the biggest house, and maybe 2 weeks out of the year, take a grand vacation and all of that stuff. That's it for them. They don't mind everything else I mentioned. They don't mind the fact that it's a hamster wheel, you going in and out. Everything is high level, stress. Everything is on your back. Simple mistake, you're out until you get to a point where the country is like, okay, you know what? Now you're 65. Now you're 60. Now you can go and sit down, and we'll give you $1,200 a month or $1,500, where that's just the exact.
So let's talk about that. You have worked your whole life, 50 or 60 years. And in the end, they say, oh, you can retire. And when you retire, they give you 800, 1,005, 1,004, 1,007, 1,008, 2,000. In this economy that we're living in now, when they give you that money, where can you live? You guys that are watching, comment. If you are giving 1,005, 2,800, 1,002, where can you live in America with that kind of a money? Where can you live? And if you live somewhere, how long is it going to sustain you? Can you take care of other things with that kind of a money? Let's keep watching.
Come on, that it'll take for you to pay for your living and food, and that's it. Now, most of us Liberians, when we get to that stage, or when we're nearing that stage, is when now we started thinking, oh man, maybe I should go back home and things like that.
And that's my point right there. We have Africans that is in Europe, different kind of country all over the world, right? I'm not saying Africa is perfect, whatever part you're from, right? But all I'm saying is, as an African who is in the diaspora, and you've been here for I don't know how long, or you came here knowing that you came from somewhere, you should not forget where you come from. I'm dating throughout my channel. I've never encouraged people to just take their bags and just go back home without no preparation, right? I believe if you're from a different country and you come here to America or to whatever place you find yourself, you should do something back home. Even if you're not ready to go. Even if you don't want to go back until after 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, or whatever. You should prepare yourself later on to go back home. Because you never know how this will turn out. Sometimes you stay in the diaspora for I don't know how many years. And then you, all of a sudden, you're old now, you're tired, you're fragile, and then you start having regrets about how come you've been here in the diaspora and have not did anything back home in your home. And then you don't know where to start. That is currently right now what's happening with the Liberians, the Africans that have been here in America for since the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. They're all having regrets now about how come they didn't do this thing or how come they didn't plan this way. So let's keep listening.
But here's what I'm here to say, right? The time is now. And normally in some videos, I'm usually not being direct with it, but I'm being direct now. As a Liberian, always have a plan B. A lot of you guys who have your kids here, who established a lot of things here, start to take them back home. Let them start to get, used to the culture. And I'm saying all of these for a reason that you and I know that I'm not going to speak about, but you know what I'm talking about. The reason why you should start having your kids go back home to start getting used to it. The reason why you, even though you have a great life in the U.S., great job, even though you should start doing something back home, building your home or having a business or establishing. You know why. You and I, we know. Everybody else know what I'm talking about. So this is the time. Now, people are like, Cephas, look, why are you always talking about moving back home? The security system sucks. The healthcare is not there. That's what I said. Pick your poison. Now, listen to this. A lot of folks are living in Liberia. They're living great. The Lebanese, the Indians, the Chinese, they moved their entire family there. How are they living? They seem to excel in life. They seem to expand their businesses. They seem to live really nicely.
Said, I think I saw you at the Diddy party. Yes, I'm going to put it in my Liberian language. Now, my brothers who are there. Yeah? That's my brother. No problem.
Drive big cars, live in the nicest part of town. They're able to bring more families. They're able to send money back home. How are they doing that? Now, I'll tell you this, right? I did a research on the pace at which bad things happen to people in Liberia is the same pace at which bad things happen to people in the U.S. America has the greatest healthcare system, the security system, everything. By the end of the day, guess what? People are still homeless. People are still being evicted. Cars are being repossessed, right? People are being deleted, right? Daily without cases being solved, right? Emergency has happened that the ambulance showed up in time, but still, the person gets to the hospital and it didn't make it. The pace at which bad things happen in the U.S. is not any different from the pace at which bad things happen in Liberia. So we Liberians need to stop with the fear mongering, and especially those of you who haven't been back home in a long time are fear mongering. Like, oh, when you go there, you get people will kill you. Or there's no that country don't have no healthcare, man. That country don't have no security. You don't have no this, but people are living secure. I've
Very
said this on this
secure.
channel many times. I don't feel secure anywhere else in the world than when I'm in Liberia.
Of course. You couldn't have said that better. Where else would you feel secure? You feel secure back home, in your home, in Africa, in Liberia. Of course, you're going to feel secure. You know why? We all don't have pupils. Our crimes are just petty crimes. So, of course, once you're back home, you feel secure.
I feel safe. I feel secure. I just feel comfortable among my people. And I've mentioned this on another episode. I've said it. That doesn't mean you should be reckless. That doesn't
Are you
mean
in
bad things don't
Africa?
happen. That doesn't
No,
mean you
not
should
right
watch your
now.
back and things like that. Just like everyone
Not right
else
now to
in the
answer
world.
your
You
question.
gotta watch your back, know what you're doing, and
But
also don't
by the grace of God,
don't do
hopefully
stupid things at stupid times.
soon.
It's the same thing as being here in the U.S. The thing about it is, like, some folks are so established in the U.S. that they're not even considering moving back. Which, again,
When you
I
say
understand.
established, what
Most
do you mean?
Liberians are
Pay
doing
mortgage
good. They're
for 10 to
kind of part
15
of the middle
years and then
class.
the house go
But the
back
middle
to
class in
the
America are some of
government.
the poorest folks. You're just middle class on paper. You're middle class because you make 100,000. By the end of the day, those who are making 100,000 are some of the poorest people in America. Because, again, I mentioned in my previous video how the system works. The system is set up to keep you pouring that money back out. As you make the 100,000 as an IT, as a nurse practitioner, it all goes back. It all goes back from everything, from how the system is set up, from how the 1% set up the system, where all you do is you make that much money, they put the gold handcuff on you, it's shiny, but then you're trapped.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
mentioned this another time. So you living as an established person shouldn't just be the reason why you're saying, you know what, I'm not considering that. And I said this model video, even those who are not Africans, the people who were born here, of here, a lot of people are considering and has been migrating outside of here, where your dollar go a longer way, where you have more personal connection with people around you. In here, you really don't. Every now and then we gather and go to an African location, a club or a lounge where we can gather. That's cool. But when it comes to real connection with people around you, your close friends, close mates, the vast majority of people, not just Africans, in the diaspora, Europe, America especially, have no people connection, right? You're not
What
really
did
part of society.
this
All
person
you
say?
do,
Hold on. Why aren't you home building up your country? Are you asking me that? Why am I not building up my country? Check out my channel, then you'll know. In my Liberian language where I'm from, it's called I Just Laugh.
is you spend a little bit of time in your home. The rest of it, you're out there getting money in order for all of that money to go back out, right? If that's how good life looks to you, this video is not for you. Then you're fine. You're perfect. Like, you don't even listen to me. don't even listen to what I'm saying. It's all nonsense. If that's how a good life is to you, then don't. But for a lot of us, that's really not it. We're really just surviving. However, a lot of us don't, even though we're from Liberia, don't have a lot of information about how it is or if it's something that's doable to move back home. And I understand. That's why I'll be making more of these videos talking about it. Now, Cephas, you in your title, you see here, you're moving back home. So, have you done so? How are you moving? Well, we're pretty much most of the way there, right? Moving
I
back
am
home, that's
too.
what when I said this, people always comment. I made a post on Facebook, and people are like, "Well, you can't just jump up and move." Some of us has businesses, some of us have kids and things here. Yes, it do take time.
Hold on. What? Oh, hold on. It said you're in America, and the other person said you didn't build here. You just came here to take. Look, I don't know what. I don't know if you guys think this is a battle, but it's not. It's really not about America versus Africa. No, that's not what it's about. That's not what it's about. Okay, so I don't want to get in that internet thing, that whatever you guys are, have going on against that. That's not what this is about. Like I said, I am just here. My subscribers know, you know to just talk about what's on my mind right now. Encourage my fellow Africans to do what they're supposed to do, back home. That's just what it's about. I'm not here to hate on you, and I don't want you to hate on me because you don't know me personally. I don't know you personally. It makes no sense to be behind a phone and then, back and forth when we don't know what we'll ever meet. So that's not what it's about. If you just came in and you don't know what it's about, like I said, I am a YouTuber. My channel is there to encourage and promote diasporas, Africans all around the world, not to forget about our home, about where we come from. So if you go on my channel, you will watch and see so many things that I talk about. So I don't want to get in this confrontation with people about, oh, why did you come to America to did. Then it's going to get, to that kind of place. So this person says, lovely nails. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And then this girl said, no hate. If you telling your people to go home, I'm with you. Yeah, it's just like I said, we all come from somewhere, right? We all come from somewhere, right? So my channel, I don't know about the other people. My channel is there to just remind you. It's like you came from down south Louisiana, right? That's where maybe you were born, or that's where your family is from. Now you've been in Texas for I don't know how long. So it's just to tell you that, hey, just because you're in Texas, don't forget about, down south Louisiana where you came from. That's just it. So I'm not going to be on this thing where people, oh, you came to America to come and take. I don't have time for that, because we will probably never meet each other. And this other person say, why do you have straight hair like white woman? Are you kidding me? I'm just gonna block the comment, because I don't want to get into that. Then it's gonna go that kind of a way. Okay, I am just gonna block it. So I don't have time for those kind of things. There is thousands of videos, pages on YouTube, and anybody can choose to watch anything they want to watch. Why come and bother me? If you come in and you met a video playing and you don't know what it's about, you can ask questions. Let us have a cordial conversation instead of, that.
Making this video so that we start preparing little by little. I'm never going to advise anybody to get up, jump up, and move back. No. Some people can. Some people who are who live on the edge, who maybe don't have a lot of time.
Yes, and thank you. You said I'm not watching anymore. Please don't watch, because even me, if I don't like something somebody's saying or doing, I don't watch. I just, move from there, because everything is not for everybody, So it's a good thing. If you don't like what's being said through the video that you can't even see, don't watch. It's just as simple as it is.
Attachment, they can't. Not everybody. So let's start doing that. For me, I will tell you personally right now, I don't care if you have a beautiful life in America or Europe or Asia. always consider having a backup plan.
Of
Always
course,
do.
of
And
course.
start that preparation today. Now, don't wait.
This person said, why did you choose to come? I know you say you don't want to be back. It's not a fight, but that's exactly that's exactly what you're trying to do. So I don't want to say choose. I wasn't chose, you know. But I don't want to be back and forth. That's not what this is about, you know. That's not what this is about. This person said he's just raged with bitter. I know everybody. Let me just stop the video and just talk a little bit. Okay. I know things are tough for everybody now. I'm going to tell you that. I don't even know where you guys are watching from, but I am here in Minnesota. So just to tell you how crazy it is. Just to tell you how crazy it is. I am here in Minnesota and stuff is very, very crazy. Mentally, this thing messes with everybody's mind. If you are a citizen, if you're not a citizen, it messes with everybody's mind. I'm talking about kids that have to go to school. Just yesterday over the news, even just now, there is so many things going on. So I know there's this thing where now on the internet, what this person said, why don't you wear an afro? I do have an afro, but I'm so unique that in a way I can choose to look anywhere I want to look. I don't look one way my whole life, if you understand what that means. The other person said, were you fat before you came to America? The internet is just crazy. And the other person said, why did you benefit from Minnesota? You guys are just, so they must be that. I get it. A lot of people is hurt. Even me, I'm stressed right now. So I get it. There's a lot going on with everybody right now. But I am not that type of person to, get on the internet and argue and stuff like that. It makes no sense. You are behind the screen. I'm behind the screen. What sense it makes to come and do that? So I don't want to get into any one of those kind of hateful thing about who's wearing an afro here, who's not this. And then another part of it is, again, is a form of ignorance. Like this guy is saying, why don't you wear African clothes? What makes you think this is not African clothes? What makes you think? Do they say that in Africa people don't wear hoodies? I don't know. So that is like, but pretty soon everybody will understand. It's not, I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to be the one to come and educate people about how people here look like in Africa or what kind of clothes they wear and stuff. If you want to know, I think you're watching me, go on my page, and then you're going to know what kind of African clothes we wear in Africa or what kind of stuff. But I don't have time for those kind of things. Take your stress out somewhere. So, yeah, so I can't. This person say hi. Okay, hi. Yeah, so I'm just gonna forget about the other ones that are trying to distract me, that I can't focus on my topic that I came to talk about. So you guys can go ahead and comment. To the people that are interested in what I'm saying or that know me, let's get to it. So yes, guys, like I said, with everything that is going on right now, please, my Africans, around the world, wherever you find yourself. I hope you have been making preparation. I hope you guys have been making preparation, because number one, you come from a different place. You come from a different place. So you should always remember where you come from. It's always good. If you know where you're coming from, you know where you're going. If you know where you're coming from, you know where you're going. So with all of this going on, we're all getting stressed. We're all getting affected, where possibly kids now have to probably do online school instead of going to school. Or if kids go to school, there are certain kids that will be in school, and there are certain kids that can't be in school with all of this, thing that's going on. So, like I said, please, please, please don't forget where you come from. Be making preparation. If you have been in this country, I don't know for how long, if you have been, you don't have documents, I don't know what were you doing? Just sitting and waiting? Didn't you think this day was going to come? Didn't you think this day was going to come? Because I knew it's going to come, and more is going to come. I don't agree to any fraudulent. I don't agree to any stealing. That is all wrong. But my message on my page has always been, if you come from somewhere, don't forget where you come from. If you have your kids or train them, tell them about your home, tell them about your culture. Tell them you come from somewhere. You can't forget where you come from. And be proud of where you come from, because we know where we're from. Some of these people, they don't know where they're from. So like I said, I don't want to make this video too long. This is not my regular thing. I was just feeling stressed this morning about, everything that's going on, the good, the bad, the ugly. So, I just came to encourage my Africans all around the world. Please, please don't forget where you are coming from. Don't forget where you are coming from. You come from somewhere. Always remember where you're coming from. Come here with a goal. Do what you have to do. But remember, you're from somewhere. And if this is not a wake-up call for some of you, I don't know, what do you need? I don't know, what do you need? I don't know, what do you need? Now, it's certain groups. It's going to be another group. It's going to be another group. So, like I said, I want to say thank you to everyone for watching. Thank you to everyone for commenting. The good comments, the bad comment. I don't have hate in my heart for anyone, because I know I'm going somewhere and I want God to take me there. So I cannot have hate for anyone. And I don't want to make this video too long. So please, please, let us be prayerful for everyone. Let us pray for everyone. Where everybody needs to pray. Everybody is stressed. I'm stressed just from driving around and there is just 2 or 3 cars on the road. I want more people to be on the road. I want to go in stores where it's normally packed with other people. That's just it. I want my kids to go to school and see their friends. That's just it. So, but most importantly, this person said, great show. Just wish you could answer more questions. Well, I don't want the questions to be about, I love you, be nice, you. Yeah. If you wanted to ask questions, I'm open to questions. But I don't want the question to be about, because there's this thing that you guys are doing on the internet right now about You know what I'm talking about. I don't want to say it because I don't want to offend one group and offend the other group, you know? And this whole thing started because of one thing, and we know where it started from. And this is the internet. Sometimes people, you know, hold things in hard for people and wish people evil and all of that. And I don't want to be caught up into that. So if the questions you are asking was, you know, oh, where are you from? Oh, when do you want to go back? Or this, it'll be better. But if you're gonna, we want to get in this war where, and I don't want to do that because we're all one. Believe it or not, we are all one. I did really want to know what you guys are thinking. Like, okay, what I'm thinking. I can allow you to ask me a question. What am I thinking like about what's happening in Minnesota? What's happening in Minnesota, I don't like, if you want my honest opinion, to tell you the truth. I don't like that people are getting killed. I don't like that people are stealing. I don't like fraudulent things either. Yeah, what do you want me to say? Is it because I am African so I should support fraudulent things? No, I don't like that. But is it everybody that did? Is it everybody? Is it good to just generalize everybody? No. But whatever happens has already happened and it's affecting everyone. Like I said, I'm not Somalian, right? I'm Liberian. But by me going to the store right now, there is only few cars on the road. But I'm being affected even though I'm not part of that. Look at what happened last night with the ICE car getting vandalized. I don't like that either. There's this other story I read over the news, right? A mom went to the bus stop to get her kids and she got detained. Imagine if that kid is 6-year-old, 7-year-old, whatever their ages are, and they cannot find their way home. How do you explain that? So there are so many things that are going on that there are some sides where you agree to. There is some sides where you don't agree to. So as human beings, we all should agree to this side and don't agree to that side. So I don't know what you want me to say. They say, oh, mama, you look good. Not a day over 65. I'm far away from that. You said, can I ask you a question? It all depends on the question. I was just about to end the live video, but let me know what question you want to ask. Just be, respectful. Because like I said, I don't know you. You don't know me. You're on your phone. I'm on my phone, so we will probably never meet. So you said, are you, if I'm legal? Yes, I'm legal. I'm legal. Any other questions before I end this live? Some people just don't. Some people, look, I get it. Okay, guys, we are all stressed. Some people are just, good day, beautiful. So have a blessed day. Yeah, for sure. Oh, this girl said, then why are you worried? Oh, if I'm legal, why am I worried? I'm not like, should I say, I'm not worried, okay? But I'm concerned. I'm concerned, right? That's what I should tell you. I'm concerned because I'm concerned for the ICE agent and I'm concerned for the illegal ones. Why shouldn't I be concerned? I'm a human being, right? I'm a human being, so I should be concerned. You should be too. Just because they're undocumented doesn't mean they're not human beings. Just because the ICE agent are there to, catch them, do it mean that they should get killed too? No. So as human being, we should be concerned. So it just because there are people, you can't fix the world. Of course, I know that. I know that, right? And you know that. But by me stating my opinions and by you stating your opinions, it's better, right? When we talk about things, I can't fix it. You can't fix it, but it don't mean that we cannot talk about it. We can talk about it. This person said, what's your thoughts on abortion? I'm a Christian, right? And the Bible says, thou shalt not kill. But anytime you want to discuss a topic, it all depends on the individual, whoever is affected, whoever is in that situation, right? There is a good side, there is a bad side. The way I know, or the way I was taught, when you're a Christian, you don't do abortion. That's the way I was taught. But then you have people on the other side that would say what if you are raped? What if you have complications during a pregnancy? There are certain things that encourage them to do abortion. So do it mean that because my side says thou shalt not kill, don't do abortion? What about this person's side? What if they were raped? What if there is complications? So that's just, sometimes you have to do topic like this. This person say, you will drive yourself crazy worried about things you can't control. It's funny. It's funny you say that, because there is a discussion I had the other time on my video, and I was telling my subscribers back home that stuff that we can't fix, we can't change, we should just let it go. And it is true. But I'm not driving myself crazy. I'm just talking about it. And sometimes, what helps people is talking about something. When you talk about it, it helps you, like I said. So why am I saying we're all getting affected? Typical example, like last night, I'm driving home. I went to McDonald's, right? And we all know there is normally two wing to the drive-thru, but they closed one. There is only one, so the line was extra long, and the lobbies is closed. So I should be concerned, right? Because number one, I get in the line. I can't go as fast as I used to order my food and get done, So like I said, I can't change it, but it's going to concern me. This person said, what's your thought on infant circumcision? I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it here, but where I'm from, we always circumcise our kids. Sometimes when they're young, sometimes even when they're a little older. So, but I don't think anything's for me. We have done it, and I haven't really met people who don't want it done. So I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but where I'm from, it's always been done. This person says send 100. Send 100 where? Are you sending me 100, or am I sending 100? I don't know. This person say you shouldn't be eating at McDonald's in the first place. Why? That I shouldn't eat there. Tell me, educate me. Is there something wrong with McDonald's? Because where I'm from, we call it King Burger, So we have those similar food where I'm from too. So why I shouldn't eat there? Is there something wrong eating there? This person said, how are you? Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Good thing, you guys are here just so we can talk. We're all stressed. This person said, pretty nails. Thank you. Thank you. And this person says, send 500. I don't know who should send the money. Sending me the money. I don't get it. Oh, you as in? Yeah. I don't eat it so often, once in a while. And mainly it's for my my kids. So every now and then, maybe once or twice in a month, I just pass there to get them something to eat, you know. So I understand your point. Too much junk food is not too good, to tell you the truth. So that is true. And what I do a lot of home cooking. So I love to cook too. This person says send 230. I don't get it. Why would you come on the live and just, are you asking us to send money, or are you telling me you're sending money? I don't get it. This other person, yeah, so that's just that. But it helps to talk about a situation. Like I said, I was just feeling a little down today, so they said I'm sending you money. YouTube will send you a check. Well, really? Just like that? Well, when that check comes, I will come on this channel and tell everybody. So this person said, are you married? Yes, I am married from 2010 until present. So yes, I'm married with kids. So yes, I am married. This person said, no, they are just typing stuff. That's not how it show. Oh, okay. I don't know, you know. Like I said, I don't really do live. I always just record my videos and send it. So I don't always do live. So 1 second. Yes, guys. So I'm sorry. I'm back. This say, did I hear you say kids? Yeah, kids. Is that a bad thing? I think me and you were gonna be friends now, you know. I think the tensions was high first, but now it's better. Yes, I said kids. I'm married with kids. This other person said, I like your hair. Thank you. Today is not one of my best hair days, so, but thank you. I don't know. You said to an American. Oh, no. I'm not married to an American. But is that a bad thing to be married to an American or what? Americans are actually cool. I'm American too. They said, greetings, Queen. Sending love from Vegas. Hi, thank you. Says, I like the cut length. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. So guys, yeah, like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. And as human beings, there's a lot of situation we all are going through. And life is tough, to tell you the truth. Life is tough on everybody. Maybe what I'm going through, you're not going through it. Maybe what you are going through, I'm not going through it. But there is a lot of things going on in our lives right now, you know, be it with family, with this, with that. So like I said, sometimes it just helps to, you know, just sit and, you know, talk about things. Like I said, sometimes it just helps by you talking with somebody. It helps because it's a tough world we live in. You know, it's a tough world we live in. It's a tough world we live in. So yes. So let me see. Is there any more questions? Yeah, like I said, I am from West Africa, Monrovia, Liberia. And I'm also from Minneapolis, Minnesota. I love Minnesota. I've been here for the past, from 1997 until now. So that's to tell you how I love my state. So who this person says 100? I don't know. 50. I don't get it. We love each. Yes, of course. Do you know the Bible says we should love our brothers and sisters like ourselves. You have to love people. It don't matter where they're from. It don't matter their color or anything. You have to love where they're from. They said, I remember when I got married with my wife, who was from Thailand. I explained to her how USA is different. That you move here, marry someone, become a citizen, and now you're a citizen. I think that's special. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Also, your wife is from Thailand. Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, I mean, coming here, and I mean, for some people it's a whole different system, but from where I'm from, the country I'm from is kind of similar to the US of A. So there's a lot of things that people do here in America that we actually do back home too. So if you don't know, sometimes you can check it out and you'll see. But look, if I was to show you where I'm from and my country flag, some people that don't know will actually say, oh, well, that's America. But no, it's actually similar to America. So let me see if I can show you guys the flag. Can it get bigger? Let me see if I can make it bigger. Look at the flag. Do you see? The only differences are the I guess the stars. For us, we only have one star. Can I get a hug? How can you get a hug through the phone? He said, I never heard someone move from England and call themselves English. That's what I mean. Move from Germany and call themselves German. You move from US, you move. You become a citizen. You move. All these say I never heard someone move from. You say call yourself an American. Oh, you mean because I'm from another country, so I shouldn't call myself American? Is that what you mean? Well, even in my passport, it says where I'm from. So, it says African American, and it says place of birth, Liberia. So I don't shy away from where I'm from. I'm very, very proud from where I'm from. So I don't know if that's an issue. I don't know. It's just like, so I don't know if that's what you mean. Come through the phone. How can I come through the phone? That's impossible. We have yet to see that. Yeah, so I don't know. But there are certain things that, like one of the other commenter said, there are certain things we shouldn't worry about because there are certain things we can't fix. To tell you the truth, these things were put into place and they were set up a long time ago before even we came along. So there are certain things that we can't fix. There are certain things that we can do nothing about. And probably one of them is, are you proud to be an American? Of course. Why not? Why not? What's wrong with being an American? Why wouldn't I be proud? Yeah, America has been good to me. I don't have no issue with America. Why wouldn't I be proud to be an American? Are you kidding me? If you really want to know how proud we are to be an American, there are certain scenarios that I can't talk about. But yes, I am proud. This person said, just playing with you, you're beautiful. Oh, thank you. No, I'm just saying, this person said, no, I'm just saying, you move to the US, you have the right to call yourself an American. Yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, everybody that came to the US, some of them have different stories. Unfortunately, mine is different. Some is word by choice, some is words by situation. Certain things put people in certain places that you were forced to, you know, you had no choice. You had to come. So, like I said, and then when you come here, there is stages. It's not like you just come here and then all of a sudden you become a citizen. You have to abide by the rules and the laws and everything. And there are certain stages you have to go through to, you know, become a citizen. It's not just handed out to you, you know. So there are certain things where if you were born here, there are certain crimes you can commit, you're fine. For me, not being born here, there are certain crimes I commit that would not make me a citizen. So, you know, this person said, hello, what's your favorite food? Who, when you say favorite food, are you talking about American food or African food? Because from where I'm from, our food are similar to American food. So there is a whole lot of things that I like, and I eat American food very good, and I know how to cook it because my kids are American too. Oh, they said any food. Any food, I like salad. I like salad. I like burger. I like pizza. There's a lot of food that I like, you know, when it comes to American food. I like pasta. I like mac and cheese, you know. And like I said, I know how to cook all of those things. I like chicken strips. So it depends on the restaurant. There's certain restaurants that, you know, that I go to, and I like, you know, different types of food. And this person said, ICE is making lots of problem for people in America. Well, it's a different. ICE is here to do their job. I'm going to tell you, I hate that. That's what I said. There is certain situation that, or certain scenario that you have to be like this. And in this ICE case, this is how we have to be. We have to be like this. I'm not against ICE because ICE is doing their job. But there's certain way that ICE is doing it that I have a problem with. I don't approve fraudulent things, you know, but because it happens, everybody else is getting affected. So you see my point? And then there are certain people that are getting hurt, that are getting killed. There, you know, there is so many things. This person said, I'm saying the difference of countries. Africans don't move to China and call themselves Chinese. That's what I think is unique. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. You know how, I don't know if I don't know, by we coming here is not like, you know, we choose to call ourselves Americans. You know, there are certain stages, and in order for you to be a citizen in America, it takes a long stage. It takes a good record. You have to have good criminal record and all of that. You know, so you just don't you know, call yourself an American. There are certain things that you have to do, and I don't think you can just stay here and not be a citizen. I don't think so, because they give you, maybe sometimes you guys that are watching will not know about it unless you are a refugee or immigrant, because you won't know. Because I've heard some people where they will say, I can stay here, but I don't want to be a citizen. But for my country, we're dual citizen. That means we have citizenship for America and citizenship for Liberia. So there are certain things like that. This person said, any phone. You said, is it, I guess you saying, you said you were proud of your homeland, and many of you still fly with your homeland country. Yes. So are you trying to say, you know, let me give you this example. I know, because you asked me if I'm proud to be an American, so I guess I shouldn't be proud to be a Liberian. It's like you are a husband, right? It's like you are a husband and you are married to your wife, and you have your kids, and you have your parents, right? Naturally, we will say we love them, but there is different kinds of love, right? The love you have for your mom is not the same love you have for your wife. The love you have for your wife is not the same love you have for your kids. So when I say that I'm proud to be an American, there's a different kind of proudness to be an American. There's a different kind of proudness to be proud to be a Liberian. So you have to understand that it doesn't mean when I'm proud to be an American, then I'm gonna denounce my country. So I hope you understand that. That's what it means. So that's what it means. This person said, oh, I like sushi. And I also like burger, pizza, pasta. Yes, I like all of that. It says Liberia is so unique, and other African country is the US one. It's him. The name, yes, and this person is, you are very right when it comes to, that's why I was just telling them on the channel, where I'm from, we in that country were similar to Americans. Most of the stuff we do, the way we act, everything is part of, even our flag. Even the first president of our country, his name is James Monroe, and I'm not trying to go all the way down into history, but yes, you are right. We are unique in our special way. So this person say, what's up? Hi. This person say, I know all about the stages. My wife took her citizenship test 3 years ago after her green card. As someone who helped my wife come here the right way, I have no issue with what ICE is doing. Yeah, exactly. And I look at it like, you have your house, right? And when somebody gets ready to come to your house, they either call you or they come to your door and knock. I don't think they just jump through your window and come in your house. So yes, I don't, like I said, so that's the appropriate way to come here legally, the legit way, the correct way. So yeah, they said it's more like you have a wife and a side chick. What do you mean? Oh, okay. No. That's not like that. That's not like that. Like I said, and even if you are, let's just go with your scenario. It's like you have a wife or a side chick. Sometimes you might love the side chick more than your wife. Don't you see it happening? Don't you see husbands leave? Am I back? Am I back? Can you guys hear me? Yes, I'm sorry, I guess. Let me see if I can hear myself. I think my volume, something is up. Let me see if I can hear myself, guys. Can you guys hear me? We're having such good conversation, so if you can't hear me now, I don't know. If you can hear me, can you please say yes? This person says, yeah, so yeah, I think I answered that questions when you talked about the is more like a girlfriend or a side chick. Not really. Let me see if this is me. Guys, I'm trying to check my volume, so be a little patient because I can't hear myself. I want to make sure that I'm still hearing myself. So give me a second. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, so what's up with the volume? I guess it's the TV. Can you guys? Oh, volume's okay with us. Okay, all right. I'm sorry. So let's go back to the question. So yeah, I think I answered that question when you said it's more like a wife and a side chick, because yes, you have people that love their side chick more than their wives, or it all depends on the scenario and on the situation. Then this person says you can't serve two masters. All depends what in life. There is certain situation, and I look at it like this: you always have to weigh your options. What works for you? And for certain people, these things work for them. For certain things, these things work for them. So there is differences. So yes, if master one is not working for you, maybe master two works for you. Who knows? So that's how it is. This person say, hey, can you give me a shout out? Well, hi and welcome to the channel. Thank you for watching. This person says USA don't allow dual citizen. In citizen oath you can read. Not. They said, but you don't really care unless you can use your. Yes, we can use. We use our Liberian passport to travel. And I don't know about some people, but when I went to swearing, and the guy that was speaking that time doing the video was Barack Obama, and he said, just because you're giving this book, don't forget where you come from. He said that. And in that identical book, it also has place of birth. And your place of birth do not change, which is Liberia. So, yeah. So, yes, when we're traveling, we use our Liberian passport too. It says every country is different. Thailand doesn't let men have dual citizenship with women, but women in that case. Yeah, every country is different, like you said, which is kind of true. So yes, and what I wanted to say too, I think you said your wife, you said she took her citizenship 3 years after her green card. Also, then hers is okay, because when we came here, we had to wait for 5 years to become a citizen. So yes, and you have to study a bunch of tests, know about the Constitution and all of that, and you have to pass that test, and they check your record, make sure that you don't have no criminal record and all of that. This person said, what's your fans? What do you mean fans? I don't get it. Like, yeah, at that time, yeah, it's true. Maybe that time it was 3 years, but for us, I think it was 5 years. Yeah. So you have your green card between I guess between the 1 to 4 years. So before 5 years, then you can become a citizen. So yeah. So you might, yeah. I think every time is different, but mine was a long time ago. Long time ago. That's when mine was. So yeah. So that is true. So yeah. This person said US is the best country in the world. Yes. Like I said, everybody likes different things. We're all different. God made us different in a different way. Everybody's different. But remember, when people were raised a different way, people were raised to learn certain things, people was raised to accept certain things. Some people come from different country, they come from a country learning different things. So speaking for me, I come from a country where you barely see women working. Women don't work over there. Our moms, they were home, or if they did work, is bare minimum. We don't come from a country where you have to retire at 67 years old. We don't come from a country where you pay mortgage and then, after that you sell. America is best in a way. If you figure out what works for you, it works for you. If I figure out what works for me, it works for me. So, everybody's different. America is a good country, and nobody's gonna doubt that. Nobody's gonna doubt that. So I'm just gonna wait a couple of minutes to see if there is any more questions. If not, we can close the video. I'm happy that we were all able to come here and talk. I understand place of birth never change. For staying with me. I want to tell you guys thank you for commenting, the good, the bad, the everything. I appreciate everyone. So like I said, have a blessed day wherever you at, and stay blessed. Bye for now. Thank you guys.